Sue Collini from Website Wings with a quick tutorial on Twitter about creating lists. Several people have asked me about this recently and why they would want to use a list as opposed to just following people. Well, the answer is that you may not wish to have everybody who you are interested in appearing in your timeline. If you have too many people, then the timeline is moving down so fast that you have a job to keep up with it. The other reason could be that you want to monitor the tweets of one of your competitors or several of your competitors, but you don't want that information appearing in your timeline. So assigning them to a list is a very neat way of making sure that you can access the information when you want it to, but you're keeping it away from the eyes of customers who you want to stay with you rather than potentially go over to them. There are a couple of ways in which you can add people to lists. The first one is you can just go to the tweet that you're interested in and click on to the link, which will open up a profile summary. You then have the usual option of being able to follow them, or you can go to this side and add or remove from lists. They're not actually in this list, so I can create a list, and if I do that, if I call this list examples, and you put a description in there which I won't bother with, you'll notice that you have two options to make your list public or private, public being the default. Private is if you really want to keep your tweets private from anybody who visits your timeline, because other people can access your list, and in fact that can be quite a useful way to find people to follow of other people that you're following, if you follow all that. I'll save this list. Now I can then put this person into there and then close that down. I go to lists, examples, and all the tweets are appearing in that list. I'm going to go back to home. The second way that you can work with lists is to create the list first by coming up there, going to lists, and over on the right hand side here we have the option to create a list. So I just put another list. This time I'm going to make it a private list. I'm going to save the list, and now it comes up with the box find people to add to your list. So you can find them in various ways. If I go from people I'm following and I now want to assign them to a list, I can do that. I hope you found that useful, so I'll leave you with that to have a play around with, and I'll be back with you soon.